Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Second and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Broncos at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You look at this Raiders defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
To throw is Nix. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to the air with Nix. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. the play fake. Nix. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Middle.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Captain.
Throwing Nix. Now he's going to strike. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Mendoza. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off play action. Mendoza. That's to Bowers once again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 46-yard line.
Mendoza off the play fake. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give out of the gun to Genty. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Mendoza.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop. His And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Nix to the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him man complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Nick's going to keep this himself. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
That's taken in by Franklin. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
3 yards. That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's to the running back, R.J. Harvey. The ball still moving. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, 37 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 14, Raiders 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And we'll get this out just shy of the 30. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Mendoza. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The run straight ahead with Genty. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 4. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Genty. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Got a man. It's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mendoza. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. An extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard run.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
35-yard line.
Motion.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nick's going to keep this himself. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Captain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll air this one out for Mims. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. This is fielded at the 7. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
Looking to throw. Mendoza. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to throw again. Pass complete right side to Bowers. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Las Vegas.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this out to Genty. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
That one complete to Trey Tucker. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Broncos 14.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. With the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Over the middle here to Brown. Down to the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Bombers.
Nix to throw again. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get that complete to Franklin. So just 3 yards on the completion there.
40-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's another Broncos down. First and 10 at the 27.
Now it's Nix. He gets this into the hands of Harvey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 23, here's second down and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Nix looking to throw again. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
What's good on the extra point? And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Once again, it's Jeanty. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A run out of the gun with Jeanty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was... that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. Across midfield. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
On the give, Jeanty. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Mendoza. Man on the left side is Brown. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly wants to be in that groove right now. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Now 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.